So what happens if you refuse a light duty job offer that's consistent with your current physical restrictions listed on your Medco 14? Well, we have this situation play out in a 10th district case, and the individual's name, I guess, is, I'm probably butchering it, but Papageorgiou. And what ended up happening was this Papageorgiou, he underwent surgery, and then he later, I'm assuming maybe he went under physical therapy or whatever, but I believe his surgeon released him to light duty, and then later his BWC occupational medicine doctor also said he could do, in this case, he could do sedentary work. And then so that information was communicated to the employer learned of that information, and then they came up with a light duty job offer that was consistent with his stated restrictions on his Medco 14. And there was various things, but basically everything was kind of this sedentary light effort type of work. So clearly he would have been able to do it, like sorting hardware, logging inventory, things like that. So it doesn't require you to lift things. You could possibly sit in a chair and do these things as well. And so what ended up happening is his employer had him come into work, and they handed him this, this light duty job offer. It explained exactly what he was going to do. And then instead of, coming in the next day to do the light duty job offer, he just didn't show up. And so with the governing area of law as to whether or not you're entitled to temporary total disability is called 4123.56a. And it basically states this: payments of TTD shall not be made for the period when work within the physical capabilities of the employee is made available by the employer or another employer. So in this case, he had light duty restrictions. His employer made, gave him a light duty job offer that would have been consistent with his restrictions, and instead of taking it, he rejected it. So he eventually, he filed for TTD, and pursuant to 4123.56a, the IC and then ultimately the 10th District Court of Appeals said, no, you're not entitled to temporary total disability. The problem with this, and this is before the case law changed, but it would probably still be relevant, but the problem, if this individual wanted to pursue like temporary total disability now, like for instance, let's say he had surgery today, and presumably the surgery was authorized through his workers' comp claim, and it was paid through the workers' comp claim. He might not be able to work after the surgery, and he might apply for a temporary total. He might have the Medco 14s, but because of the new case law in AutoZone, because he kind of abandoned the workforce by rejecting a light duty job offer, he probably wouldn't be entitled to temporary total disability in even that new and changed circumstances. So light duty job offer is made, you think about taking it.